Hi folks, and welcome to today's video, which is an unboxing video, or maybe I should say an unbagging video, as it's come in this mail bag. So it's an old toy called Little Monkey Lost from the 1990s.
It's animatronic, is it?
It isn't actually, no. All it's got is a squeak.
Ah, so it's almost a plush then, really, is it?
Yeah, it's a plush with a squeak. The reason why I got it was someone put a comment on a video I did on Mango. And incidentally, folks, if you would like to see an unboxing of Little Live Pets, My Baby Monkey Mango, I'll put a link in the description. So somebody put a comment on a video I did on Mango, and they said, that reminds me of Little Monkey Lost. And I thought, I wonder what that was. So I looked it up. And I thought, it has got a bit of a look of it. And I thought it'd be interesting to get one of those and put it next to it.
As a comparison. So
Yeah.
That's why Mango's here then. Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
that's why Mango is here.
Okay.
So, without further ado, let's get this out the bag.
Mango only makes noises, doesn't he?
Mango what?
Oh no, Mango moves its mouth as well, doesn't it?
Oh yes, Mango doesn't
Mango
just
isn't-
make sounds.
Mango is an animatronic.
Yes. Well, it does look a very similar size.
It looks much more monkey-like than Mango from the back.
From the back, yes, it's the shape of it is the opposite way round to Mango. It's got a small head and a large body, so it's more normal proportions than Mango.
Yeah.
So let's turn it round and see what this looks like.
Ah, yes, that's definitely a monkey.
I must say that's a cute face. Now this monkey's got a squeak. You're supposed to be able to press its chest and it does like a squeak. So let's hear what that sounds like. Oh, I thought it would sound more like a monkey.
It's just a squeaky toy.
Well, I've seen them before and they've sounded more like a monkey. Oh, what a shame.
It's a dog toy.
What a shame. That's a big letdown, folks, because I know there was lots of different kinds of Little Lost Monkey, but I've seen some videos where it has like a squeak inside, but it sounds like a monkey.
Ah.
But unfortunately, this one just sounds like a dog toy, so that's a big letdown.
The fur's interesting. For some reason, it
isn't
looks
it?
like is it needle felted? It's a fairly recent technique, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
there's something a bit sort of rough about the fur.
wiry, yeah.
Wiry, yeah. So I'm still going to do a comparison with Mango, just on how it looks.
Okay.
But first of all, let's just have a look at some of the details. So the face on this is flocked. You can feel, actually it feels quite nice, that flock. It's very soft. But it's worn off, and the person that sold it did say that the flock had worn off in certain areas. And one thing that crossed my mind was it might be an interesting thing to try to reflock, seeing as it was flocked originally.
It would also be an interesting project to put a better sound in.
Yes. So we will try and reflock it. So it looks like originally it had different shades of flock. You've got like a dark brown here, and then you've got very pale, and then you've got sort of orangey bits. So it would be interesting to use a few different kinds of flock and try and get a nice colour, some nice colouring on it. The flock on the ears, it's on the back.
It's obviously not worn, has it?
But it's all worn on
the edges.
On the edges and the front.
Yeah, it does tend to wear flock.
I think that makes me feel a bit better about some of the things that we've flocked, because if somebody's manufactured it and it's still come off, it doesn't make me feel so bad.
It's a feature of flocking, isn't it? Really, it's not very high wear resistant to abrasion.
Yeah. I suppose, though, if you flock this face and if you weren't sort of touching it and moving it like that, it might stay on all right as long as it wasn't moving. I'm not sure what glue we would use. Will we just use the normal?
I think so.
Acrylic, the stuff you're supposed to use with it. Yeah, as soon as you started to flex the face like that, it'd all come off because the glue would break off. But as long as you're careful with it, it should stay on. And the hands, a lot of the flock's worn off there, but it's sort of like in the bits where it wouldn't have been touched. The depressions, in between the fingers.
What's the manufacturer on this? Is it one that we're familiar with? So it's called My Monkey Lost, is it?
I think it's called Little Monkey Lost.
Little Monkey Lost, yeah.
So the label's been removed on this, but I will look it up and see what the manufacturer was of this. And finally, the feet have got flock in the depressions, but again, round the edge, it's come off. So yeah, I think that'll be an interesting project to try and flock, Paul. One similarity it's got with Mango is that it sucks its thumb. When I say sucks its thumb, its mouth doesn't move, but you can place the thumb on,
right,
and it'll stay in.
Oh, that's nice.
Another similarity is it's got a sort of shaped hand,
for gripping onto things.
For gripping onto things. It makes me wonder if Moose Toys that's brought out Little Live Pets, My Baby Monkey, it makes me wonder if they've been influenced by the hand shape, because it's very similar.
What year is this in? Is this going back about a decade?
Oh no, decades ago. It was the 1990s.
Right. 1990s,
yeah,
okay.
It's an old one.
Yeah, it looks pretty old, styling-wise. I think it's when they used to try and make things look more like the animal they were copying, rather than stylising it into a baby, like they have with Mango.
Got nice eyes. I really like the eyes.
Two-tone, aren't they?
They're nice and shiny, and they're two-tone, yes. And they're nice shape as well. They're not simply round. Although maybe they could be round, but the way they put the moulding around them, it's quite detailed, really.
That's not bad, is it? Yeah, I suspect the
I don't think manufacturers tend to go that detailed now. They don't seem to bother, do they?
No, they tend to go along a stylised route. Like if you look at Mango, I mean, Mango's got big sort of like cartoon eyes.
So we'll have a look at them side by side, and later in the video, we'll have a go at flocking. You know, Paul, I've noticed something about this. Watch the mouth. Where you press the squeaker.
Yeah.
Look. See that?
Oh, yeah. It goes in. How strange. Yeah. That's obviously designed, isn't it?
To go with the sound.
You know, I can actually feel now, it's because this is quite hard to press. The squeak seems to be coming from down here, but you're pressing on like a plastic lever here.
Right.
In fact, there's another part to it at the back. It's like operating scissors, and that there must be some sort of mechanism that goes up to the mouth that makes it do that. Transferring that force. Very interesting, yeah.
So if we were to give this sounds, is there any way that you could trigger the sounds by pressing, do you think?
I suppose you could use a switch, yeah, or maybe you could even drive mechanically the mechanism inside so that the sound's produced and the mouth goes in and out as well at the same time.
Oh, that would be great. That's a fantastic idea.
Like a servo mechanism or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, we've got to look at that, haven't we? Yeah, just noticed that the mouth goes in and out. So that was the point of the squeak. That it would make a noise while its mouth was moving in and out. Interesting. So I suppose there's a few similarities here then. They both suck the thumb. Both the mouths move, though this is mechanically. You've got to actually do it by hand. And that one's electronic. And they both have these monkey grip hands. Look how similar those are. I wonder if this monkey must have been sort of sold as being able to hang off things.
It must have,
like
yeah.
So yeah.
Interestingly, Mango's got 3 fingers, and this
Mm,
monkey's got 4
4.
fingers. I don't know what the correct number is.
I think they do have 4, don't
They
they?
do have 4, do
I
they?
think they're 4 fingers, and well, actually, I think the thumb on a monkey is more like a 5th finger. I think it's longer than our thumb. And I think you can see when they're side by side why some people think this looks slightly creepy, you know.
Yeah.
Because
It's not really a monkey face, is it?
100% a
No.
monkey. It's like a hybrid between a monkey and a human.
Your mind doesn't know quite what to make of it, does it, really? It's sort of dithering in this funny region, whereas obviously my monkey lost is obviously a monkey.
Yeah, you could tell this nose is getting more like human nose. That's a monkey's nose. And the mouth is more shaped like a monkey than this one, which is more like a wide sort of person's mouth, isn't it? And then, of course, Mango's got the very overlarge eyes, which, as I said in my unboxing video, it's a real pity they don't move, because when the mouth's moving and it's making noises and the eyes are just staring, especially with them being so big, you know, the fact that they're big, you're drawn towards them more as well.
Yeah.
So it's a real pity they didn't make the eyes move. And then Mango's got the disproportionate small body to the head.
That's to emphasise it's a baby.
And the legs are more monkey size on the little monkey lost. Yeah, the arms are longer than the legs, but the legs are more, as you would expect, whereas Mango's are absolutely tiny.
He's really just a cute creature rather than a monkey, isn't he, Mango?
He's a monkey human with something else chucked in hybrid. So I'm going to try this little outfit on this monkey and see how that fits. It'd be interesting to see if they fit similar size clothes. I think that actually fits this monkey even better than Mango. It fit Mango pretty well, but it's absolutely perfect on this monkey, and I think that's because this is more normal proportions.
Yeah, it's interesting that both monkeys look better with a garment on, an item of clothing.
Yeah, I think that's true of most plush. I think they always look better with clothes.
You think so? Dressing plushes up makes them look better generally,
Yeah, and you would think that manufacturers, when they bring out like a new plush animatronic or just a new plush, they would. I know Builder's Bear has lots and lots of clothes for things, but most manufacturers don't bother, and it makes me wonder if that's one of the reasons, or maybe the main reason, why Build-A-Bear became so popular, because they make such lovely clothes for them.
Plushes,
yeah. Got Mango back in his silk pyjamas.
Very suave.
I just think he's so cute in those. Look, they're holding hands, they're friends. So we could do one of two things next, Paul. We could try flocking the little monkey lost, or I could try unpicking some stitches. We could see what that mechanism looks like inside.
I think that's the better idea.
That'd be fascinating if you could actually get that controlled electronically.
Animated, yeah.
That'd be fantastic. So I've managed to unpick the stitching on the back and find out what the mechanism is inside. I've also looked up something about this monkey. I've got a screenshot that I'll share with you, which shows the monkey in the original packaging.
So how old is it then?
It's from 1992, and it was by a company called Hosung.
That's 32 years old, so it's not really much of a surprise that there's no microcontroller in it or any electronics.
So it's quite basic. It's like a big spring in between two pieces of plastic, like plastic levers.
It looks like a giant peg might do for putting clothes out on a
Yeah.
clothesline.
And that was covered with this foam. And this is the squeaker.
That's why it sounded like a dog toy. So I suppose that squeaker was also trapped between those, the bottom end of those two levers.
Yeah, so that you squeeze the squeaker as well as moving the mouth at the same time.
Yeah, and all this is disguised to the feel by having this like bag of foam around it. It's quite ingenious, this mechanism.
Yeah.
Because what it does when you squeeze on that, like that, it pulls the face in.
Yes.
And it's quite a nice action, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah. So, have you any ideas of how it would be possible to, I presume, take the spring out and move these two levers with something mechanical?
Yeah, the first thing that springs to mind is using a servo, like a remote control model servo. Yeah, the servos that we've been using are used in remote control models.
So what size? I mean, it couldn't be the little blue one. It wouldn't be strong enough.
Probably one of the black ones, the next size up, about that size. Sort of like about a little bit bigger than a box of matches.
Yeah.
And we'd have to sit down and think how we would get the servo to bring these two levers together if we're going to control it from down here. So we'd have to sit down with some pencil and paper and try and work something out. But I think it's doable, and that would be nice, wouldn't it, to get a servo under the control of a microcontroller to do that.
Yeah.
And at the same time play some realistic monkey sounds.
Yes, but it would be a two-stage process, because the first stage would be just seeing if it was possible to get a servo to move those two levers.
That's right, yeah, that'd be the big design task.
Yeah. So you managed to take the spring out, Paul?
Yeah, we've taken the spring out, so it's very light force that's required to do that now.
Is it?
Yeah, so a servo would easily be able to do that.
Ooh, good. We haven't tried operating it when his thumb's in his mouth, have we?
No. Okay, so his thumb's in his mouth, and I'm going to operate the lever now. Oh, it's quite good, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, he moves his little hand. That's cute. That's cute. So you could have maybe the sound off when he's got his thumb in his mouth.
Or maybe a sucking sound.
Or maybe a sucking sound, yeah. Oh, cute.
Can you see from side on both things at the same time?
Yeah. He actually moves his head up and down a bit as well. That could be quite effective, couldn't it?
Yes, he could.
It looks really cute. And the other thing that we want to try is flocking. Now, I suggest that we just try and flock a foot, so that if it's like not very good, you know, it's just the feet, so it doesn't matter so much.
I think that's a good idea. I've noticed that the flock on this seems to be ultra fine flock, more like dust rather than flock with any fibre length. So we'll have to use our shortest flock.
Oh yeah, of course we'd use the shortest. So this is the screenshot I got of brand new Hosung Little Monkey Lost.
His hands
in
and
his
feet.
In his packaging.
So his hands and feet look much more flock than our little monkey lost.
Yeah, and he's got. I thought it was more dramatic with the face. He's full of colour, isn't he, in his face? And it came with clothes. So you were saying, he looks better in clothes. Yeah. So he had a little nappy or diaper and a little bib, and I noticed there, coming off the bib, pacifier.
Oh yeah.
So he had a pacifier as well. So he must have been able to sort of suck on his pacifier. So we've not tried him with a pacifier.
No, that's a good idea, because his mouth is the right shape to hold something, isn't it? Like his thumb.
bet that looks cute when you
bet it
operate
does, yeah.
that moving mechanism. It's got a pacifier. And as you say, yes, it does have him hanging off things in the pictures on the back of the box.
That, yeah.
So, as we presumed, he was sold being able to hang off things. So, a few things there they seem to have copied in the Little Live Pets, My Baby Monkey Mango.
Storybook included, it says.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot about that, yeah. Yes, it came with a little storybook, and there was something about the little monkey being lost and it needed a family.
Ah, right. I
So
like
the
that.
idea was when you got it, you were adopting it and giving it a family. That's really sweet. So that's what it looked like in its packaging and looked like when it was new and all flocked. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to flock the top part of one of the feet.
Yeah.
I've mixed up a colour of flock now. I've used this as the base colour.
It's like sandy colour.
Yes, like sandy colour. And then I've added bits of bright yellow, bits of bright orange and bits of dark brown.
Okay. What length is that flock you're using?
Oh, it's just 1 millimetre, it's the shortest.
Okay.
And this is the colour that it's turned out.
It's interesting how you can mix flock together and it's like paint, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it blends together.
So you think that's pretty close to the monkey's face?
Well, it's the top of the foot that I was going off.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty close.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter if it's a slightly different colour anyway.
So I was thinking of doing a test piece, but I'm pretty confident with the colour that I've got, Paul.
So you're going to go for doing that, flocking the whole foot then?
Yes. So to protect the monkey from getting flock all over him, Paul's put masking tape around the ankle because we're just going to do 1 foot, and then he's put them in a plastic bag to stop him getting flock all over him. So this is what his foot looks like. The glue's not set yet, so I've got to wait for this glue to set before we brush the excess flock off. And I've just done the top of the foot to the bottom of the foot in the second session. So the glue's dried now and I've brushed off the excess flock.
That looks very good.
Have a feel of it, Paul.
Oh, wow. It's like velveteen, isn't it? Yeah.
So I only put glue on the top and flocked the top.
Because it's difficult to sort of, when
So
it's connected to a monkey,
you
to
can
do it all the way
see.
around.
You can see the line
Yeah.
where the glue
Yes.
was.
Good comparison. Yeah.
So I'm going to put some glue on there.
The bottom of the foot.
On the bottom there.
I would say that the flock we've used, even though it's the shortest we've got, I think it's probably about a millimetre, is it?
Yes.
Is longer than the flock they put on.
Well, you did say that, didn't you? You said it's very powdery. So it certainly stuck on all right.
It's really, really nice. That really nice feel.
And I think it's interesting because it's got the 4 colours. You've got
there's just more interest in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's difficult to pin down.
Richness.
Yeah. Great.
So it's been a success, folks. So in a future video, I'll be putting the rest of the flock on that foot and doing the other foot and the hands. And we'll also be looking into see if we can get a servo to operate.
Oh yeah, the
sort of
that
mechanism.
giant peg mechanism inside the
But
body.
yeah, I'm really pleased with that, and I'm really pleased with how it matches the bits of flock that are left on right here. Yeah. So folks, I hope you've enjoyed this video and this project up to now. Thanks for watching as always, and I hope that you'll join us for the rest of our project altering this little lost monkey.